right, welcome back to the stream. Glad to have you. Glad to see everybody tonight. And if you're meeting us on YouTube and it's after the stream, glad to have you too. Make sure you throw down a comment, and if you have any questions about GunCraze, how it works, or anything like that, just go ahead and shoot it down in the comments. I look forward to answering you. You can also get a hold of me on Facebook, Instagram, and X.com. So that being said, what are we here tonight for? We're here to talk about GunCraze. We're gonna GunCraze is an action tabletop role-playing system that comprises of both a role-playing game and a skirmish tabletop game called GunCraze Miniature Battles, which share 95+% of the same rules. That means that you don't have to learn two systems and you get two games out of it. What we're working on tonight are called ranged combat talents. Talents are special feats or abilities that characters use to push themselves to become better. All right, you gain them as you gain power levels, which are equivalent to normal levels. As you gain power levels, you get points that you put those points into specializations. The specializations are ranged combat, melee combat, body, quickness, and non-combat. All right. And when you put them in ranged combat, you unlock an amount of talent points. Those talent points could be used to spend on various talents. The list right here is on the right of all the talents, and there's more than this, but I'm saying this is what the list looks like, and it has the name of the talent, the requirements for buying that talent, kind of a summary of what it does, the points cost, and you'll notice there are 2 points cost. We'll explain that later. And over here on the left is another page. All right, this is the same document opened numerous times with the actual actual talents in them. So right now we're working on rifle talents, and here are the rifle talents filled out. So we've been working on rifle talents for a few days now, and looking forward to getting moved through. Hey, if you're joining us on stream, go ahead and shoot us a message. Say hey. All right, let us know that you're watching. And again, ask any questions that you have. If you haven't yet followed us, please drop a follow. Look forward to having you join as a follower. So, when last we left, I fixed rapid fire to make it to decrease its duration and make it still very effective. So the rules as are, until I modify them or dress them down, is you can combine 2 semi-automatic double tap attacks. So double tap is a talent that you have to have before you buy rapid fire, and with double tap it allows you to have your second attack every turn. Basically, you pull the trigger twice. You can combine 2 semi-automatic double tap attacks into a single attack. You may not use burst attacks when using these talents. All right, burst attacks are special attacks that allow you to roll a d3 to see how many bullets hit. And then there are several talents that make those even better. The combined attacks share the same attack roll and hit location, and they combine their advantage and damage dice. If you move your slow speed or slower, you can use this attack twice in the same round, though the second attack suffers a -4 talent penalty to the attack roll. Improved is the same as rapid fire, but the second attack roll suffers a -2 penalty to the attack roll. But you'll have to have 4 ranks of rifles, and you'll have to have already bought rapid fire to be able to purchase this. Rapid fire mastered is the third level, the third tier of this, and it requires rifle 6, rapid fire improved. All right, and the cost is going to be 4 talent points or 8 talent points cross use. We did talk about cross use a minute ago in the over here on the table. And what is cross use? So cross use, basically, these are ranged combat talents for a rifle. If you use another weapon system, you can, when I say weapon system, I mean SMGs, handguns, shotguns, sniper rifles, or support weapons, or exotic weapons in some cases. You can use these ranged combat talents for them as well if you pay the enhanced cost. All right. So so what I'm doing now is I'm fixing the third tier of it, Rapid Fire Master, that you can get with rank 6. And as Rapid Fire, but the second attack roll but the penalty to the second attack roll is eliminated. All right, so you get Bastard. You have no penalty to the third attack roll. Hey, if you're joining us, you're viewing right now, go ahead and drop a follow. All right, we look forward to having you join the stream as a follower. All right, trying to get up to that magic number 75, right? We're crawling up slowly. So if you're just joining us right now, drop that follow in and learn about GunCraze. All right. So moving on. So we did, you'll notice here it says list combo talents. That means I just need to go back and get those combo talents, all right? Combo talents are other talents that can be used with this. I may actually eliminate this whole line, which will decrease space that I need for each entry, and put a section above, meaning like, hey, if two things are similar, you know, you can combine them, because that's really how it works. I mean, not a lot. If they work together, they work together. But what you're doing is you're creating an attack profile. All right, I'm going to use Rapid Fire Mastered. I'm going to use Aim Shot. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this. I'm going to combine them all, and I'm going to total up their bonuses. And now you have a profile that you can use at any time during the game. All right, when you have that profile, you know, you're not. You may shift it up. I mean, oh, well, I'm going to have one without the Aim Shot. You know, I'm going to have one with, and you have these different attack profiles because you've mastered what your character can do. And you're not just like, oh, okay, hold on, let me look and see all the abilities that I have. That won't be effective in any game, all right? A spellcaster should know their spells, and in GunCraze, a person that is a professional with their weapons should know all their attack profiles, basically. So I'm thinking about going back and just killing off the combo talent selection, and I might do that right this minute. I am. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. We are doing this right now. Thank you for joining me in real time as I cut a major portion out of the game. But I am on the fence. I'll tell you that, man. I look at this one that's kind of finished, but there's so many more talents going. This thing's going to become beefy, and it's going to really kind of irk the game down. So I just need to go ahead and get rid of them. I'm going to get rid of them in the summary first. All right, in the section summary, which is up here. And I'll put a section about combo talent, combining talents after this. So what I'm going to do is just copy this, go underneath, paste this. Combining talents, all right? I'll make that red, and I'll get back to that as far as filling that in. But yeah, we're totally going to kill off all of the combining the combo talent section. I like them. No, I don't. All right. I think the players should be allowed to be a little more free, work with their gun master, and you know, any questions, the gun master will basically be the final say, whether it goes yay or nay. All right. So we're just going to kill all these combos. Some didn't even have them. That's special. Probably because I determined that they didn't need it because there weren't any. But look at all the extra space we're getting. That's great. I mean, space is at a premium when you're writing a book. You only have, you know, so many pages in your head about how many you want to spend, and when you get rid of, you know, when you add a line of text and you have to line it for everything, Then you have to sometimes cut things to fit. You know, you don't want it to be too beefy. All right, let's see. And since every one of these lines has one, and we're cutting them all out, we are gaining a ton of space. And look at this. We might even be able to bring defensive shot back up. Yeah, nope, not that lucky. Let's see. So akimbo aim is an item. It has a little meat there. I could drop it out a little bit. There you go. Now we made it fit. That's always ideal. Of course, I could have done that too. Let's go back a second. Not being smart here. I like that. Come here, kill this part. Look at that. Oh, let's go. All right. I know I'm a little excited. You should have stuff in your game book that is just excess. All right, you just don't need it. It's like another line of text that nobody's going to pay attention to. And then, you know, as far as proofreading the book, again, let players come up with the rule of cool. You know, let the gun master have a thing. Hey, I want to combine this. Oh. Combine this, all right. So this is looking real good for space. And I have some room for pictures, which is all we like pictures, right? Everybody likes pictures. And books need to have pictures. It's a thing. Yeah, so the goal is, again, I'm just going to go through here. I'm killing all these off. And kind of a big deal. You know, I've had these on there for a long time, but I've determined not going to do it anymore. Keep it simpler to not be confusing and let players use their imagination. You know, always a goal as well is to open up the imagination of a player. And then again, free up some pages. I mean, all these were deleting, or all these were deleted. We're probably saving like 2 pages worth of stuff that if you guys wanted to print it out, let's say you get the PDF version and you want to make your own binder and you print it out, which you'll totally be allowed to do. That's one of the things GunCraze is going to let you do, you know, as a company, ATR Gaming. We're going to go ahead and put on there, you know, you can print any of these pictures, you can copy them, you can hand them to friends. You know, you don't have to, not everybody has to buy the rule book, all right? Low cost entry. It's all about having fun with your friends. And that is kind of a mandate of mine, if you will, all right? Let's see if we can fit this one. I know what I did there. And it still fit without it. Good, perfect. Combo talents. All right. Wow, look at that. So that's great. I'm super happy. And I don't have to go back and do the research either. Because I might miss something and then a player will be like bummed. Gosh, man, I hate to ruin a guy's game because you know he's going to be like, I can't believe Patterson, man. What a knucklehead. I'm going to be what's his name from Warhammer? Matt. His name blanks my mind. I haven't thought of him in so long. But they gave him a lot of crap. It's not easy to be a rules writer, right? You might have a theme in your head and nobody else cares. Normal. How about that? All right. Delete the combo talents. Combo talents. Combo talents. Oh. That's not going to work because there's going to be flavor text in there and stuff. So what we're going to do is just space this one out. Start shotgun talents on their own page. And that's what we're moving into. Maybe hereby in a little bit we'll be sliding over to shotgun talents, and shotguns are going to be very exciting for a lot of players, especially players that like kind of diversity of ammo. This episode is brought to you by caffeine and the letter C. All right, and we'll delete this one. All right. All right, look at that. We are in a realm where we can finish up these rifle talents. We did add some things here. I think we're good. All right, I need to look at what I want to do now is I want to look at the relationship between the relationship I want to add between double tap, improved, mastered, and those new rifle talents that we did because I think I'm going to make it a little bit harder to achieve. I'm going to require double tap improved. All right, so this was probably unexpected, but it needs to happen to get rapid fire improved. And then we're going to require double tap mastered for rapid fire mastered. Now it's not coming so quick, but it'll all work out. So now I'm going to add those same requirements up here. So rapid fire improved is also going to have double tap improved as a requirement, and rapid fire mastered is going to have there we go. So you're going to be moving along slowly to get these things. That sounds so great. I'm excited. I hope you're excited about rapid fire. I think a rifle user is going to be a very happy guy. And to support that, I'm going to go ahead and remove the cross use. This will be a rifle player's talent. All right, this is for somebody that uses rifles. They're not going to feel like they're being robbed because everybody gets their talent. Maybe. Again, the enhanced cost is really kind of worth it. But I think I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it like this. Rapid fires for rifle users. It's going to be nasty anyway, all right? And I can add a little bit more meat to this. All right, so combine two semi-attacks on one, share, attack roll, and hit location. Combine, advantage, and damage dice. All right. That is there we go. So now we're in there. And we have the stacking. Rifles 2. So 2, 246, and double tap just says range combat 369. All right, so it'll fit in there as you're working your level up. I really need to ensure that I have talents that every class can get that other classes can't. It's very important. All right, but I need to have ones that can be shared so that you feel like you can get a little play with the way you build your character. All right. All right, so moving on. Target lock is the next one. All right. Second attack from a rifle using double tap may choose the hit location. I don't know if you can hear that, but my puppies are outside letting the barking go. It's all good though. I gotta kill off this. Puppies outside getting their fight on. All right. I'm just looking over this talent. This part about not using burst attacks is very interesting. So I see my stream spinning here. All right, cool. Anyway, so this part here about burst attacks is interesting. So double tap, you can gain 2 attacks with burst shots at no penalty and potentially hit the target 6 times in a turn. So I'm on the fence right now. If I take off this, I pulled out a requirement. You can't use burst attacks with this ability. And rapid fire, combining a burst attack, will add a little bit of issues. So the concept is you're taking these shots, you're not wasting ammo. They're well aimed shots, you're already doubling your damage. And you can do it twice. You're only using 2 rounds. No, I'm gonna leave it like it is. You don't want to try to take rapid fire with burst on anyway, because the burst is the rapid fire, right? You take your 2 burst shots. In this case, you're firing 4 well-aimed shots. So it'll work out. You're using 4 rounds and hopefully hitting twice, which means that you're going to do 4 rounds of damage. Whereas where double tap with burst, it's a random number. So we'll let it ride. I sound like I'm on the fence, don't I? Yeah, I know. It's all right. I'm always on the fence about things. That's why I need you guys, the community, to just drop a line in here. Just type in the chat. Say, hey, you're out of control, buddy. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do target lock now. And there's probably a better name. I'm still not totally sold on target lock. Like, the goal is the second attack from the rifle using double tap may choose the same hit location as the first attack. That's kind of a big deal. So let me go ahead and get this filled in. So rifle, this is going to be rifles 4. And require double tap. All right. It's going to be 2 talent points, 4. That's good. All right, I'm going to take the details from down here. Whoa, buddy. Reformat the whole thing. These books are very touchy. You know, I'm telling you, you hit the wrong thing, you might be in a bad day. All right. When firing your second attack, from a rifle using the double tap, you may choose to not roll the hit location dice and use the same hit location rolled during the first attack. When you're firing your second attack from a rifle using double... Alright. If the first attack hit, you may choose to not roll the hit location dice and use the same hit location rolled during the first attack. Let's see, for the first attack. Okay. So this is target lock, and this is all about hitting the same spot, being very accurate. All right, we're going to go ahead and cross-use that with ranged weapon. That was... I put two-handed. I could do that. It becomes a little restrictive. Pistol users can't get it unless they're firing it with a pistol two-handed. So if you fire a single pistol two-handed, you could get this and shoot a guy twice with a pistol in the same spot. So yeah, it works. I'm happy. We'll go ahead and direct this one out. We are almost like near the end here. I'm kind of excited. This last one, I know I don't like the title too. I'll try not to be too... and then I might come up with another one before we leave. All right, so tracer shot. Tracer shot. I'm gonna change this to light 'em up. I don't know. Light 'em up. Light 'em up. Something like that. I'll fix it later. Let's see. Let's see. We'll go to the professionals. We'll go to the professionals on this one. We're gonna go to Google. Light them up. Let's see how it writes. Yep. Light them up, up, up. Yeah, right? Light them up. All right, so light them up. Light them up. All right. When using rifles that deal thermal damage, deal 1 additional flame counter to when dealing damage. All right. And we'll probably leave that one as a rifle only as well. Let's see how this works here. Delete entire row. Okay. All right. So handgun. I got to go back here and fix the descriptions for smoking barrels. Dreading it, running it over the page. We'll figure that out when we get there. Formatting is a lot of fun sometimes. No, not really. That's a lot. All right. So, moving on in. All right, so light them up. We're going to go ahead and make, this is obviously the wrong spot for this. L light is going to go above this. Insert row above. We're going to go ahead and take this here. I think it used to work. Yeah, there we go. We're going to move it there. Delete this row. And we're going to build a light them up. You know, it's kind of, okay. Yeah. So I'm beating myself over things because that's just what I do. I'm going to grab, it's not going to be a cross-use item, at least not yet. Just a thought. But it might be, because it's kind of cool if everybody had light them up. I'd probably do it. Just got to... when firing... Rifles that deal thermal damage also deal 1 flame counter. All right. So the concept is that whether you're using a laser rifle or incendiary ammo, you can fire at a guy to try to light them on fire. I'm going to cross-use this because that'd be fun. I'm going to make everybody pay for it. All right. So there we go. Light them up, and I'm going to go ahead and get that cross. This way, anybody using a laser weapon can get a little Benny out of that. A little additional butt kicking. All right. I'm excited about getting into shotguns because shotguns is like empty, and we're gonna max it out. It's gonna be great. And shotgun, I don't think anything's gonna be cross-class, but I haven't locked that in yet. But I don't think anything's gonna be cross-use. All right. To make the shotgun, he's like the wizard. He has all these ammo, all these different types of rounds that do some crazy stuff. And it's going to be exciting to see how we get with that. I mean, so far since I've been working on this, I've increased the number of talents. The number, let me see if I can figure this out real quick. So, and this is one of the goals, is to have a very large amount of character customization. All right, so I used to have 140 talents just in ranged combat, and I'm not even finished. I have 93. Are you kidding me right now? That is freaking awesome. You guys are going to be able to make your characters any which way. All right, that is a lot. Let's see where we're at. Let's just do it since it's easy to count now. So we're going to go down to melee. Melee's got a pretty beefy list. It's in the old style. So with melee, we're at 161. So now we're going to zoom down to, and that's going to explode when we do melee talents together. So these lists aren't that long, but they will be. So now with body, we're at 194. And with quickness, 237 talents. Let's go. Come on, guys. I mean, if each one, most of them don't cost one. You're not going to be able to buy them all, but you're going to try, and that's great. All right. So that's fantastic. Now, non-combat doesn't get talents. What non-combat? When you put ranks in non-combat, it filters down to your presence, your intelligence, or your wisdom, and that gives you more skill points that you can spend on skills. We'll get into that when we get into the skills chapter after we get through this thing. We're going to be busy in skills, and I'm excited to have you guys here for that too, because a lot of you guys like a good role-playing game, and this is a good role-playing game because skill-wise, I've really beefed it up. There's a lot of skills. All right. Making our way up top. What? What do you mean I had a certain tone when I sung that? All right. So let's get light them up over here. All right. Paragraph. All right. Light them up. We're going to do rifles. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. I don't see any 5s. We got 2 6s. So guess what? What we're going to do is we're going to shift Battlefield 0 to a 5 and take light 'em up and drop it in as a 3. All right, so Battlefield 0 is going to go up to a 5 because I do think it's a little broken. So now we got, all right, here we go. This is good. This is going to be 3 talent points. 6 talent points cross use. All right. I'm going to take that all right. When firing a rifle that deals thermal damage, also deal 1 flame counter. Yeah, that's it. I mean, wording. Let's see. When firing a rifle that deals thermal damage, and a rifle, right? So singular. All right, that deals thermal damage. Add 1 flame counter. When firing a rifle that deals thermal damage, add 1 flame counter when dealing damage. Oh man, I really got something now. It just popped in my head. Oh man. So how about this? Add 1 flame counter for each 6 damage dealt. No, that's not. That's too powerful. I'm gonna get in trouble. I can't do that. I can't do that. Because at 5 flame counters, if you don't put any out, you die. You're basically a walking inferno at that point. Oh, how do you put out fire? Stop, drop, and roll. Action hero movie. You can also throw a blanket, a fire-resistant blanket over somebody and put them out. All right. I like it. This is where we're going. This is where we're going. This is where we're going. When dealing, say maybe when firing is the wrong word. When dealing damage from a rifle that deals thermal damage, that causes thermal damage, add 1 flame counter in addition to the damage rolled. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. I'm pretty happy. Right. Let's see. Rifles that deal thermal damage also. Let's see. Gotta write this a little better. How do I want to play this? Let's see. All right. What I'll do is something backwards. I usually do one over the other. I'll paste this here. And I'll back it out. Rifles that cause thermal damage rifles deal 1 flame counter. Rifles that cause thermal damage deal 1 flame counter. Deal 1 flame counter in addition to damage. All right. There we go. I'm pretty happy with that. We'll lock this one in. All right. I'm going to look through a couple of my notes real quick, see if I've missed anything. Okay. Shield wall, blast wall, brace for it. I'm just going through all my notes real quick. I don't want to leave rifles completely behind unless I feel like I'm not going to go back to it immediately. So that's funny. Surround multi-tool. 3-shot group while aiming. Three rounds on aim shot. So the goal is a way to do an aim shot that fires a burst attack, and you get the 3 every time, and that would be for aim shots only. So that is a good one that is a really good one actually for the rifle, and I'm going to try to fit it. I think you can only strengthen the rifle. Yeah. Give me just a minute. I'm going to have a little, I'm going to take care of something for a moment. I'm going to go ahead and leave this with you so you can learn about attacking and defending in GunCraze. This is going to be using the basically Wartop, which is a tabletop simulator, to kind of demonstrate how damage is dealt or attacking and defending works in GunCraze. So check it out.
Attacking and defending in GunCraze. Demonstrated on Wartop, an exciting new virtual tabletop available on Steam. Sanctifier attacks Punisher with his minigun. In GunCraze, both players roll D10s in opposed tests, keeping both sides actively engaged. Sanctifier rolls a 10, while Punisher gets a dismal roll of 1. Sanctifier adds his attack bonus, and Punisher, without cover, must use his evasion defense. The result is 16 versus 1. Sanctifier hits his mark with ease. Learn more at guncraze.net.
All right. Welcome back. And now we're going to get into what we're going to call this. Aimed burst. Simple. Aimed burst. So insert roll above. We're going to call it aimed burst. It's going to be rifles 5, because why not? We didn't have 2 5s, and now we have 2 5s. All right. You just made a rank 5. You can pick one thing or that other thing, or move on. All right. Aim shot. With a rifle causes aim shot. All right. You can burst with aim shot. All right. I'm gonna have to look this up real quick. Can you burst with an aim shot? Have I set that up right? All right. So let me. Yeah, let's take a look. All right, so we're going to go to the big page. Looking at some weapons. All right. Moving on. All right, let's find aimed shot. All right, aimed shot. In GunCraze, every shot matters, and skilled marksmanship can make the crucial difference between victory and defeat. To emphasize deliberate aim and meticulous execution, an aim shot can be declared. This mechanic underscores the significance of taking careful aim before pulling the trigger, highlighting the strategic decision-making and tactical finesse required in every firefight. All right, weapon aim shots can be made with ranged weapons that have ability to fire single shot. Semi-weapons have this ability. Movement. To take aim, characters must remain steady stance, restricting their movement to no faster than a slow during their turn. However, it's worth noting that their intended targets may still be in motion. For those seeking enhanced maneuverability, certain talents also exist to elevate the maximum movement distance beyond the confines of slow movement. All right, executed aim shot. Characters can only fire one weapon one time using a single shot. All right, so that cannot be a burst attack. It can be, let's take a look at a single shot right here. The most basic shot in the game, the single shot is composed of firing one shot with one bullet. If a weapon has semi as a firing mode, then characters may also use this attack. To execute a single shot, characters must first ensure that the single shot is possible with the weapon in question. The weapon should say semi in the modes of fire portion of its entry. To semi or single shot. So this is why we do this. This is why we go and review these things. All right. To execute a single shot, characters must expend one round of their ammo, then roll a d10 and add any modifiers that their characters have for the weapon being fired. Roll a hit location dice and a d6 and the d6 damage for the weapon attack being used. The d6 damage. Hit case and a damage roll for the weapon being used. Adding an advantage dice, apply this damage to hit location rolled. All right. All right. So I'm glad we looked at that. That was a little rough. Obviously wrote that a long time ago, and I've been glossing over it. But now that I'm here with you guys, I can really get into checking these things, fixing them, tidying them up. All right. So it looks like an aim shot is a single shot, which can't use burst. All right. That being said, I am going to write this down. Clean that up a little bit. All right. That's what I'm going to do. All right. So here we go. Go back to the talents. You can burst with an aim shot. You can burst with aim. You can burst. You can, let's see. You can combine burst attack and aim shot when armed with a rifle. There you go. That's easy enough. And the cost for this is going to be, we're going to go 4 TPs, and I'm going to adjust that Battlefield 02 to 3 TPs because I think that's going to be a little broken. Make sure I change Battlefield 0 to 3 talent points. And aim burst we haven't built yet. We'll go ahead and just get it set up though. We'll use Battlefield 0 because Battlefield 0 doesn't use a it doesn't use a cross use. All right, so that basically most of the formatting's done for me. That's kind of how that works. It's laziness. All right. Now, I'll be honest, aim burst would be really good as a cross-use talent for other characters that have burst weapons and they want to take an aim burst. But too bad. All right, so all right. Get that taken care of. Tidy this up real quick. A little formatting love. Never hurt nobody. All right. Alrighty, here we go. All right, so now we aim burst. I'm going to go ahead and steal the text over here. You can combine burst attack and aim shot when armed with a rifle. If you do not roll the burst dice. The attack is considered to no, the burst dice is assumed to be a 3. Bam! That is nasty. Come on. And I made that 4 talent points. All right. So that is a nasty, nasty. I feel like a bad person. Obviously, I have some cleaning up to do with red text in here. But we're effectively right at this time. We're at 56 minutes. We have basically came to a close. We're not going to go over rifle talents. That's at least the plan, knock on wood. We're not going to cover rifle talents anymore. We're going to be moving on to building shotgun talents. And I'm super excited about that. I'm going to go ahead and save my work. I'll get in and finish the red text in here and get it all cleaned up. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and show you how a burst damage roll works. If you're just joining us, go ahead and add that follow, right? Give us a hand trying to get up to that 75. Would love to have you. If you want to learn more about GunCraze, head over to GunCraze.net, and you can learn a lot more about this action-packed tabletop role-playing game that's currently being built, all right? You can actually get a working copy of it, a copy that you can actually play with by heading over to the Patreon, all right? The Patreon is linked below in the About. Head over there. You can also get to it through GunCraze.net. Sign up for the subscribe. It's only $3 a month. And what are you going to get? You're going to get every update as we're building this rule book together, because that's what we are. We're a community. And with that, I'm telling you, you guys are going to love this game. It is a game you're going to feel like you're part of. Everybody who plays this game sees the qualities in it. So I'm really excited for you to get on and try it out as well. All right. I'm going to go ahead and play this last one, dealing damage, which shows kind of a burst roll, and then we're going to close it out.
Dealing damage in GunCraze. Demonstrated on Wartop, Sanctifier has hit Punisher and rolls his burst D3. He scores 2, doubling his damage. He rolls 6 damage dice and a hit location. 23 damage. This damage is applied to the 7, or torso, reducing Punisher's torso armor to 12. Learn more at GunCraze.net.